Welcome to day 12 of my 25 days of Christmas. Hey everybody, it's Stephanie, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to make 3 different DIY holiday cards. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button to become a member of #StephSquad. Also, let's try to get this video to 50 thumbs up. Now let's get started. To make the snowman card, you will need white cardstock, orange construction paper, 2 googly eyes, a thick piece of ribbon, 2 buttons, a black marker, a hot glue gun, scissors, and a glue stick. First, take your white cardstock and cut it to whatever size you want your card to be and fold it in half. It should look like this. Next, take your orange construction paper and your scissors and find a corner on the paper and cut out your nose for the snowman like this. Once you've cut the nose, you can trim it to make it smaller if you desire. To do that, just trim this edge of the paper and you have a little bit smaller nose. Next, grab your googly eyes, your ribbon, 2 buttons, a black marker, a glue stick, scissors, and a hot glue gun. Now that we have our supplies out, we can lay out what we want the snowman to look like. So I want the ribbon to be right about the middle, and I want the eyes to be up here. I want his nose to be about right here. I'm gonna make the smile right there. And I am going to put the buttons right about here. Once you have it laid out the way you want it, you can start gluing down your items. I'm going to start with the googly eyes. My googly eyes have sticker backs, but if they don't have sticker backs, use your glue stick to glue them down. Placing the googly eyes where I want them. Once your googly eyes are glued down, next you're going to glue down the nose. I'm using a glue stick for this, so I'm rubbing the construction paper, one side of it, over the glue stick to get glue on it, and I'm going to stick it down in between his eyes. Next, I'm going to take my black marker and draw the mouth right underneath his nose. So far, your card should look like this. Now I'm going to glue the ribbon down, and I'm going to do this right below his mouth. I'm going to make sure the ribbon is at the edge of the card on the inside, but has some going off of the edge. This is so that when I glue it down, I'm able to trim off the edge that I don't need. So where I want the ribbon, I'm going to make a line of hot glue. Now I'm going to place the ribbon on top of the hot glue, make sure I line it up with that first edge and put it straight across and carefully pat it down because the glue is hot. Make sure you have your parents' permission or assistance if needed when using the hot glue gun. Once you've glued the ribbon down, cut off the excess ribbon. And your card should look like this so far. The last thing we have to do for this super easy snowman card is put on our buttons. So remember where you wanted your buttons to go. I'm going to put mine like this. And what you're going to do is take your hot glue gun, make a dot of glue, and stick the button right on top of it. Push it down and let it dry. And I'm going to do the second button right above it. Push it down and let it dry. And then you've completed your super easy DIY snowman holiday card. For this DIY mitten card, you will need white cardstock, red felt, bakery twine, 2 tiny clothespins, a plastic decal of any kind, mine are snowflakes, white construction paper to cut out a stencil and to catch your glitter, gold glitter, scissors, hot glue, and an optional item is glue tape. You will also need a marker. First, cut out a piece of cardstock as big as you want your card to be and fold it in half. It should look like this. Next, with your cardstock, scissors, and marker, draw out a mitten. You can find a stencil online or draw it yourself and then cut your stencil out with scissors. And your stencil should look something like this. You're going to use this to trace onto the felt. Next, grab your felt, your stencil, your scissors, and your marker. Put your stencil onto the felt and trace the mitten. Once you've traced one, flip it over so that you have mittens facing both directions and trace it again. Once you've traced your mittens, cut them out with scissors. You should have 2 mittens like this. Next, use your cardstock under the mittens and face the mittens the direction that you want to be facing up on your card. Grab your hot glue gun and your glitter. Right across here, you're going to make a line of hot glue on each mitten. Make sure it's a pretty thick line. Once you have done that, pour glitter over each of them. You want to cover them entirely. This is why you're using the paper to catch all that glitter. Let them dry for a moment and then shake the glitter off. Wipe the glitter off of the parts that aren't supposed to have glitter on them. And then you should have 2 mittens with a gold stripe of glitter on them. For an easy cleanup of your mess, fold your paper like this and pour it back into your glitter container. Ta-da! Next, grab your card and fold it out so you don't accidentally glue your card, together, and cut out a piece of string that will go from each side of the card to the other like a clothesline. So depending on the size of your card, depends on how long your string needs to be. And we're going to hot glue each of the string corners into the corner of the card, and to make it look prettier, put a little plastic decal, if you have one, on top of that hot glue so it will look like something like this. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to put a dot of glue in the corner on top of the string. And then I'm going to put that snowflake decal right on top of it. I'm going to do the same to the other side. We're almost done. Next, grab your clothespins, your mittens, and an optional is glue tape, otherwise you can use any glue. Clip the clothespins onto the card on each side, wherever you want the mittens to hang, and then you're going to clip the mittens to the string. It should look something like this. Now to keep these mittens on so when you open the card they don't fall back, I suggest using either a dot of hot glue or some tape or whatever you prefer, and tape the mittens down. I'm going to use this glue tape because it's super simple. And there you have it, a DIY mitten holiday card. To make the Ornaments DIY holiday card, you will need cardstock, gemstone decals, a ruler, a marker, and hot glue. This card is super easy and so much fun. Start out with your cardstock and fold it in half like a card so it should look like this. Next, pick out the gemstones that you're going to want to use on your card. For the size of my card, about 7 gemstones works the best. Next, take a ruler or a straight edge and your marker, and you're going to draw lines. So if you see on this card, there are lines going down all at different lengths. You are going to do that across your card, however far apart you want. I'm doing mine all about 1 inch apart. Once you have done that, your line should look something like this. Now with the gemstones you picked out, you're going to glue them to the end of each string like ornaments. So I'm going to put a dot of hot glue at the end of each string, or at the end of each line. And I'm going to place on my gemstones in the order that I would like. It should look something like this. Next, the only thing you need to do is grab your marker and make little ribbons on the top of each ornament. Once you have done that, your DIY ornament holiday card is complete. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make 3 different DIY holiday cards. Tell me in the comments which card was your favorite. My favorite is the Snowman card. Check out the description box down below for more information and links. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to never ever give up, and I will see you all tomorrow for day 13 of StephKayCee's 25 Days of Christmas.